Hello everybody, and what's good and bad about Magic Lantern? Now, Magic Lantern is probably something Canon DSLR shooters could only have wished for. But what are the pros and cons? So we'll start with the pros, because let's not be pessimists. Magic Lantern sucks. Just joking. Now, obviously, right off the bat, Magic Lantern grants your camera a lot of additional features that weren't there before. Now, some of these features should really have come standard with the camera, but Canon just left them out because they felt like it. With Magic Lantern, you get focus peaking, you get zebras, you get waveform, you get an intervalometer. It even allows you to do raw freaking video internally. You can just pick up a 550D, install Magic Lantern on it, and shoot raw video internally. My C100 Mark II can't even do that. It doesn't even shoot ProRes internally. Number 2, Magic Lantern is amazingly easy to install. You don't have to learn how to hack or write code. The whole process literally takes only about 5 minutes to get Magic Lantern onto your DSLR. And number 3, Magic Lantern is absolutely free. Do I need to elaborate that any further? It's not like how Canon charges you $99 to put C-Log on your 5D Mark IV. And number 4, Magic Lantern does not overwrite the original firmware of your DSLR. It does not involve flashing a completely different ROM into your DSLR. Magic Lantern is simply loaded from the memory card. Once you take out the memory card containing Magic Lantern, you'll see that your DSLR boots back to its stock firmware. It does not alter the original firmware. Alright, so now let's talk about some not so exciting stuff about Magic Lantern. Now first off, some features of Magic Lantern, in fact quite a few of the features in Magic Lantern work really slow and really buggy. For example, the zebras and waveform in Magic Lantern are awkwardly slow. They have like this huge latency to them and it's really jittery. Now number 2 is the fact that Magic Lantern needs to be loaded on every card. Now earlier I mentioned that loading Magic Lantern from the card is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing because it causes some issues. Now because of this nature, it means that you're going to have to preload every single spare memory card that you plan to use with that camera if you intend to continue using Magic Lantern on the shoot. Because if a card doesn't contain Magic Lantern and the card you're shooting on runs out of memory and you replace a memory card that does not contain Magic Lantern, it will revert back to the stock firmware, meaning you're going to lose Magic Lantern on that card. And that can stop a shoot dead in its tracks. For example, you're shooting raw video, the card fills up, you replace a memory card that does not contain Magic Lantern, you lose the ability to shoot raw. Or you could be shooting a time lapse, the card fills up, but you really need that intervalometer. And last but not least, and probably the biggest drawback to installing Magic Lantern on your camera is it has the potential to brick your camera. And you really don't want to brick this thing. I personally have never bricked a camera as a result of installing Magic Lantern, and I'm extremely thankful for that, and I hope it stays that way. But there are some horror stories online of people bricking their 5Ds because of Magic Lantern. So be extra careful when you're using Magic Lantern. You are pushing your camera beyond what it was intended for. So those are my pros and cons for Magic Lantern. If you can think of any more, do let me know what they are in the comment section below. Now some of you who are watching this video may already have tried using Magic Lantern on your cameras. Some of you may use it on a regular basis. But for those of you who are still hesitant whether or not to install Magic Lantern on your camera, hopefully after watching this video, you get a clearer picture. So that's it for today, everybody. If you have any questions and comments, just leave them in the comment section below. Why did I do this Trump thing? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.